Hey, what's up folks? Now I just wanted to record a quick video of early 2024. As far as like deal acquisitions, we have been a little bit inactive. The interest rates as of this recording are at the highs of 5.5%. Definitely taking the steam out of new acquisitions. Obviously the interest rates are higher, but the biggest thing is the loan terms just aren't what they were used to be. 70% loan to values was pretty typical out there a couple of years ago. Nowadays it's down to 50%, meaning you've got to come with a 50% down payment. A lot of the deal flow dried up, and industry-wide, I think it's safe to say that transaction volume across the board has fallen to a fraction, maybe even 10-20% of what it was a year or two ago. Obviously, we want to provide deal flow to a lot of you guys, and it's forced me to get outside of my comfort zone, expand more relationships. I think that's what this Wealth Elevator platform, you guys banding together with us, has allowed me this amazing opportunity to get access to doors that were closed to the average person. I think if you guys have been with us, prior to 2017, you've definitely seen the transformation, the genesis of working with smaller operators under $250,000 and even under $1 billion of assets. And it's tough in those ranks for most retail investors out there, and I consider myself a semi-retail investor because we're not family offices, right? We don't have $50, $100 million net worths. When you're that type of retail investor, of course you want to get away from the Wall Street retail investment products, but you're still working with newer, less proven operators. And what I've discovered over the last year or two, again, tough times create strong people and people to pivot. I'm always looking for the diamond in the rough, or from a Tony Robbins standpoint, things happen to you, not for you. I'm starting to see that this difficult or finding deal flow has kind of forced and to meet new people. And what I've discovered, and I guess the big thing that I'm sharing here, is that there's a definitely higher level of operators where you're not hitting that institutional scale yet, getting the masses from publicly traded companies, and you're having these operators who have great deals. A lot of these guys have operated billion, 2 billion plus in assets and excess, so great track records. The problem for retail investors like us is getting into these deals is a lot of these guys, they don't want to bring in anybody less than a $1, $2, or $3 million check size. So those of you guys who even write those $250,000 investments as an LP, they don't even want you, right? Because they're just not looking for that type of investor. They don't want the retail investors. They don't want to ask the questions of, where's my K1? Everybody's extending, right? Just to use one little example. They want sophisticated investor base. And part of that is, as an outsider too, like we want to get into that type of, maybe we'll call it the good old boys club, but certainly be at the table with people who have higher net worths, because when things happen, their capital calls are a possibility. And when you're when you're within a capital stack with bigger players, they have the ability to write a $2-4 million check like that. And then you right the ship and you off to better pastures. And I think that's something that is a big disadvantage when you're in these, not necessarily smaller deals, but deals with smaller players in there. So this is something I've been expanding my network, and I think this is again why it's tough for the individual LP to get access to these types of people, because it's truly a relationship game. And just anything out there, I'm sure you guys have joined professional organization. There's a cattle grading to people, and unless you hit a certain number or notoriety, you're just not able to get in those closed doors, to even build those relationships, to then get access to that type of deal flow. So it's something, as I head off into the next generation of our group, it's something that I'm conscious of, and I just want to share that with a lot of you guys out there. There is definitely a paradigm between, sponsors that are more experienced, but again, the hard thing is you got to write a bigger check size to get into those deals. Yeah, I think definitely we'll add this to the syndication e-courses. I'm always adding to that curriculum. If you guys have any questions, by all means, we always say email it to team@thewealthelevator.com. Check out the free syndication e-course on there for these additional tidbits of this world that I uncovered back in 2006. Prior to that, I was just buying, at the time, 11 single-family home turnkey rentals. Didn't know of this world of accredited investors investing in these private placements for better returns, but unlocking the tax benefits. A lot of people in these circles will be doing real estate professional status, like vast majority. And it really appalls me that I don't think most people don't even look at trying to make that work for themselves. And because if you're able to cut your tax bill in half for a lot of folks with your guys' salaries, that's like investing in a $200,000 deal and having it double the next day. Of course, the infinite banking, and then as I start to learn now, as I get access to these higher net worth people, there are other more higher level forms of these strategies, such as infinite banking, but you need to write bigger check sizes. And that's me building the curriculum of the Wealth Elevator, and I think you guys will see this in the book. My passion project is to unlock the knowledge, right? This is just financial education, financial knowledge that is just not readily available to the regular guy out there who's the average Joe between $1 to $5 million. And I know that sounds crazy. It's just a lot of this stuff, as the term says, wealth whispers. A lot of these types of tactics are under the covers, right under our noses in a way. But I've always had a kind of a soft spot for people like myself working the day job. And how do you get to that next level? Because quite frankly, speaking for myself, and I think majority of us within our investor group are first generation millionaires. We were the ones conscientious enough to save, invest. Took us a long time. How can we take that next jump to that multi-million, 5, 10 million, 8-figure plus level? These are the strategies and these are the pivots that I see from other people that next level above. But with that, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.